So today we will going to solve a problem of a binary tree, maximum path sum. So we have given a binary tree and we have to find the maximum path. So what exactly the path? So if we see the path here, like this is an path in the binary tree. This is also the path. So we have to generate the maximum sum path. So how we can solve this? So one brute force approach in our mind comes that for every single node we will calculate the maximum from left hand side, like it will give us maximum from left hand side, and from right hand side as well we will generate the maximum, and then we will calculate the maximum path, like this is a brute force approach. So what actually it will do here, it will generate the maximum for this node from left hand side, it will give 9, and from right hand side the maximum would be 35 because 15 plus 20 it would be 35 the maximum. So the maximum path for this node it would be 34. Similarly we will calculate for the 9 for this node. So for this node the maximum would be minus infinity because it is our base case, and for left hand side also we have minus infinity, so maximum path would be 9. Similarly we calculate for this node as well, and for this node we will calculate 42 as the maximum path. But this is the right approach, but the time complexity for this approach would be big of n square. Why? Because for a single node we will calculate the maximum. For example, if you calculate the maximum for this node, so for this node you calculate this node, and for this node you will calculate for both these nodes, and again you will calculate for these node again. So the time complexity would be big of n square and space complexity would be big of n. So what we can use here, we can do this question by the dynamic programming also. So we'll see how we can do this. So either we return here maximum, so we will return two things. The first thing I can say, we will return the maximum for a single node, what is the maximum, and the second would be the path, maximum path, what is the maximum path. So how we can generate the maximum, we'll see this. So for example, this is your tree. So what is the maximum, how we can calculate for a single node the maximum path? I can say the maximum. So for maximum would be like for left hand side the maximum would be 4, and from right hand side the maximum would be 5. So here you can see it will return the maximum as an 8, because you will calculate the maximum from left hand side, and I can say the right hand side, and then plus root value. So this is the maximum. Here we calculate maximum, not a maximum path. And another case would be like what is the maximum you can return from here? You will return 3 because both these values negative, So second case would be like you can choose the maximum from this one or the maximum from root value. So in both these option you can choose the maximum one. So this would be your maximum value. But for the path we can have 5 cases, and we will see one of them. We will see the first case would be like your root value. Suppose from left hand side the maximum would be, I can say, -3 would be written, and from right hand side the -2 would be written. So what is maximum path from here? You can say the maximum path would be 3. So it is your first case, which would be root value. Second case would be root value plus left max. Suppose that this is your tree, and from left hand side the maximum would be 5, and from right hand side the maximum would be -4. So what is your maximum path sum? It would be, I can say, 5 plus 3, which would be 8, and the path sum would be like this one. This is your path sum. Third case is similar to second, like root value plus, I can say, right dot maximum. This is your, I can say, the third case. And fourth case would be like left max plus root value plus right max. Suppose for this node the maximum from left hand side it would be 5, and for this node the right hand side would be 4. So what is the maximum path? I can say it would be 4 plus 5 9 and plus 3, so 12. And what is the maximum, and what the path would be? Path would be like this one. This is the path 12. This is your exactly the fourth case. And what exactly the fifth case? Fifth case is similar to the test case, which would be like this. So fifth case would be the maximum of left path and right path. So the left path would be 9 and the right path would be 42. So what is the maximum for both of them? So it would be 42. So for this node the maximum path would be 42. And our final path would be like what is the maximum for all the 5 cases, like for fifth case, and I can say this case, and this case. So what is the maximum for all the 5 cases? It would be your final path. And maximum, I already tell you that what is the maximum, how you can calculate the maximum. For maximum you can calculate these 2 cases and then you can return your answer. And the time complexity would be big O of n, because you can calculate only once, and space complexity will also be same, big O of n. So it is acceptable at LeetCode. So you can solve this question by a dynamic programming, and it is the easiest question. For the code you can follow the link in the description.